Hello and welcome back to the channel. First of all, thank you everybody who's had a look at the previous videos. They are actually designed to be promotional videos, so they're probably not giving that much away. We're recording again in the conservatory today, but it's raining, so as you can tell, it's like you can hear the drips in the background. So sorry for the additional noise. What I thought would be a good idea is to have a look at the history. Why would I want to create a new plant? Well, the problem which I had personally is that when I was growing older, is I would put weight on equal to my age. So when you're a baby, you end up with a nice, cute, big, bouncy baby. But then when you hit 2 and you become 2 stone, 1 you're 1 stone, 5 you're 5 stone, it can become a little bit of an issue. This was picked up by my mum, as parents do, who went to the doctors, who initially said, look, it's just a child, likes its food, don't worry about it, it'll grow out of, you know, it's just one of those things. So you hit 10 stone. So they thought that it'd be down to genetics at one point, but then if you look at my mum, she's quite slim. If you look at my dad, he was a bit bulkier, but you know, the rest of the family was generally not hugely overweight. So then the diet started, and it was any form of diet from let's have salad every meal, let's have certain types of meats, let's stick on chicken, let's keep with white type meats rather than red type meats, let's do calorie counting, let's do lots of other things. No matter what happened, it continued. So 12 stone, 15 stone, 17 stone. So now, recording this video in 2018, I'm actually 48, so I'll be 48 stone. I wouldn't be here. So I got to the late 80s, felt absolutely huge, massive lack of confidence, to the degree where I just even couldn't go out anymore. Looking outside was a panic attack, never mind meeting people, seeing people. Life was just really, really bad. So I hope it take a little bit of time again over that, start going out again. But during that time, it gave me time to think. There was no school anymore, there was no college, it was just me stuck in. And I started to think out the box of how weight could actually be controlled. And it took a little while, but by the time I got to about 18, 19, I kind of sorted it out and started doing things differently, and the result was astonishing. The weight started to come off, and it came off all the way down to 11 stone. Well, I actually started feeling a bit ill within myself, so I went to the doctors and they just advised to put the weight back on till about 12.5 stone. And at that point, happy days, I was about 20, 21. Weight had gone, it weren't a problem anymore, and most of it was just forgotten about. Time went on, 25, 26, decided to get married, had problems with the first children that was being born, was born very early, where we actually lost the eldest child, but the twin Leanne, she survived, and anybody what knows me always knows about Leanne, Nicola and Kate, the other children as well. So we were stuck in hospitals, the hospital weren't even open, was having junk food, and basically the weight had to come back on it, had no other choices. It was just a complete alien lifestyle. But once again we had children to think about, so it didn't bother me until 2009. 2009 I'd probably got back to about 19 stone. Which is still good, you know, I'd have expected by then 30 stone, so 19 stone for me is really, really good. But went to the doctors and they just basically said, look, your health isn't brilliant, you know your health isn't brilliant, you've got to start losing weight. In fact, no, what we'll do, we'll put a gastric band in, that'll sort it out. So I explained to the doctors, look, I did this when I was younger, I'd rather do it again, give me a few months, see how it goes. So a few months went along, went back to the doctors and basically said, oh, it's astonishing, you've lost so much weight. And I said, no, that's what it does. And they said, no, but you don't quite understand, we've taken blood and we've taken blood again, and looking at your blood cultures, they're brilliant. And they kind of rewritten themselves. Even if they sent you to a gym, you know, even if it put you in a private place to lose weight, you couldn't have got these results. So so I kind of went away feeling pretty good. He said what you've got to do is write about it, which I kind of done, because like I said, first time it's just in my mind. This time I was writing it down just so I won't forget it, and also thinking what happens if my children have issues or their children have issues, then it's written down, right, you know, rather than just an idea in your brain. So basically, I lost the weight for a few years, started to write the book, which is what we're promoting, and decided to think, well, what happens about bulimia people, what happens with anorexic people? Is it actually possible to put the weight on safely? And to a point, rather stupidly, yeah, that's what I did over the next few years, up to February 2017, when I was at my peak, which is about 11 months ago, and I was at my peak at 21 stone. And what I discovered is that up to around 19-20 stone, yes, you can put weight on, and lots of people want to put a little bit of weight on, so putting weight on safely at that point where the blood cultures are still reasonable is pretty successful. The problem which I had is that, as I do, I got missed track of these things, and at 21 stone I'd gone too far with it, and the result of that was diabetes. Went to the doctors on a blood test and got diagnosed with diabetes in November of 2017, which, you know, I'll put a picture up so you can see what I looked like at that point, and it was huge. So once again, being me, just a look, give me a chance, give me 3 months, I'll use the book and see if it can sort that out. It's certainly going to sort out weight issues. So on the 6th of November, 21 stone, and ran with it. So now we're making these videos, making the book, and it's now February, 2nd of February, of which I'm now under the 19 stone mark. I'm actually about 18 stone 9, which in 11-12 weeks of that weight reduction is quite huge. I'll do another video about the diabetes. I will leave that for now. Yes, so what I want to do is finally share what I've been doing for weight loss, and hopefully people will find it interesting. I know we've had a number of views of the first 2 videos, and thank you very much for everybody that has viewed them. Hopefully this will be a little bit more interesting, and look to doing the next video in probably a week's time, which will be why I write a book. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope that you've enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, it does help. One, I'm making interesting videos with the likes, and 2, obviously the subscription goes towards YouTube. So thank you very much for watching, and see you soon.